So I'm just going to go over calories and macros, what's important, what's not, and how you can split them up throughout your week. So calorie targets. You can either have a daily or a weekly target. So for example, if I've set you 1500 calories per day, that is 10,500 calories per week. How you split them up is up to you. If you want to stick to the 1500 each day, that is fine. Some people like eating the same amount of food every day. If you go out on the weekends or you have a couple of days where you want a little bit more food, what you could do, Monday to Friday, 1200 calories, and then Saturday, Sunday, go to that 2250. Now, it doesn't have to be Saturday, Sunday, it could be a Wednesday and a Friday. Okay, so that is your weekly target based off your daily target. How you split that up is totally up to you. If you need any help with this, just let me know what days you want to go out or you want extra calories, and we'll work things in. So you don't have to do the same each week. One week you could do 1500 calories each day. Then next week you could have 5 low days, 2 high days, or you could just have 1 super high day and 6 low days. Doesn't really matter. So look at what I've given you for the day, put that into the week, and then split that up accordingly. If you are wanting to split it up and you're not sure, like I said, just give me a shout and I can help you do that. So into the macronutrients. So protein target. This is a daily target. It cannot be a weekly target. In previous videos, I've touched on the fact that you cannot store protein. You need that on a daily basis. Your daily target needs to be split into 3 or 4 meals. So not a weekly target. So if you've got 100 grams of protein, for an example, you would want 4 feedings of 25 or 3 meals of 25 grams each, and then the other little bit coming from snacks, and maybe you might go over on those targets on a couple of the meals. So split the target into 3 of the meals, 4 if you want, or include them in snacks, but that is a daily. You can't do that weekly. Carbohydrates, there is no target. So this is totally personal preference. Some people like a high carbohydrate diet and some people like a low carbohydrate diet. As long as calories are on point and your protein is at your target, it doesn't matter what you are doing with those carbohydrates. Excuse me. So fat, again, there is no target. It doesn't matter. We focus in on calories and protein. With the fat, however, there is a minimum guideline recommended amount, which is 0.5 to 1 grams per kilogram of body weight. So if you was 70 kilos, then you would want between 35 grams to 70 grams of fat each day. Now, this is for hormone function, and there are some vitamins that are fat soluble, so A, D, E, and K. So they cannot be used unless there is some fat in your diet. So again, there's no target. Minimum recommendations are there for the hormone function and your fat soluble vitamins. So fibre, you want to be aiming for 25 to 30 grams per day, which is the government guidelines. Now, a lot of people, when they start tracking in MyFitnessPal, they will see their fibre intake is probably 10 to 15 grams. So if you fall short of this, bring it up slowly. Because if you go from 10 to 15 grams straight to 30, it can cause a little bit of bloating. Obviously your body is not used to that amount of fibre, so I would suggest bringing it up slowly. Add a little bit in each day. Obviously on MyFitnessPal you can see the fibre in the nutrient section, so plan your day in advance. Maybe do a week of adding 5 grams to your day and then another 5 grams the week after. If you struggle with what foods have got high fibre or you really can't get that in, just let me know. But like I said, you don't want to go from one extreme to the other because obviously it can cause bloating. Even if you slowly add in 5 to 10 grams each week, you still might see a little bit of bloating because obviously your body is getting used to that new fibre intake. So don't worry about that at the beginning. If that's what you're doing, add it into your check-in and let me know that you're either having issues or that you're working on your fibre intake. So, you know, it could cause a little bit of water retention. The scales may go up and that could be, a reason why you're not losing body fat in the first few weeks, because we're looking at this fibre intake. Once your body regulates to it, it will be fine. The water weight will disappear. You'll not have any more bloating because your body will be used to it, and everything will be back to normal. So, water. 2 litres is a good place to start. The recommended guideline is 1 litre per 25 kilograms of body weight. So if you're 75 kilograms, you would want 3 litres of water in the day. Now, that is not just water. You can include tea, coffee, cordial, sugar-free soft drinks, and flavoured water, things like that. Anything that's predominantly water. So things like juice, obviously, is not predominantly water, so you wouldn't be counting juice. However, these you can count in there, so don't think it's got to be just bland, plain water, and aim for 2 litres a day. Again, if you're not getting there, start by tracking where you're at and then slowly bring that up over time, and just add a little bit more. When the weather's a little bit warm, obviously you want to increase that water intake, because if you don't, your body's going to start holding onto water because it doesn't feel that there's enough coming on board. You can then get water retention, you can get swelling, so make sure you're drinking more in hot weather. And then definitely on training days, especially if you sweat a lot. Obviously it depends on the type of training you do, but if you're doing like a lot of HIIT cardio, or you're doing a lot of running and you find yourself sweating quite a bit, then just make sure you have that extra bit of water on that day. You might want to supplement with some electrolytes if you are excessively sweating, but just give me a shout and I can explain that to you. So, calorie and protein targets are based on your current weight, so they may change as we go through the program. I will start you on a moderate protein amount because most people struggle to get there, and then as we go along, the protein target might go up a little bit, and as you lose weight, the calorie target might come down a little bit because you then need less calories to maintain your weight, and we might need to lower them a little bit to see results. So yeah, so it's based on your current weight, your training and your goal, so it's very person specific. So there's not going to be one calorie or protein target for every person. It's going to be very specific based on you. So hopefully this helps with how your diet kind of should be set up. So calorie target, we've got your daily target, but work out your weekly target and split it up differently if that's how you want to do it. Protein target, this is a daily target, and then split that into 3 or 4 meals throughout the day. Carbohydrates and fat, there is no target, completely personal preference. However, with the fat, you want a minimum of 0.5 to 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. Fibre, again, aim for that 25 to 30 grams, and that's a daily target, not a weekly target. If you're not there, slowly build it up. Water, 2 litres a day. If you're not there, again, slowly build that up and just work on those. So hopefully this video has helped with how you should be setting your diet up. If you have got any questions on any of this, please give me a shout and I will explain them a little bit further.